Autumn, I love it. Okay. Ooh. I would say that on this map, and I can I can already tell you're gonna have problems. This is probably one of the least viable Drush FC maps I've seen in a while, because all your golds and stuff is so forward. This also means you have to like have map control in castle, which maybe if you Drush FC into knight in something like a Huang, but you have to be super careful about this gold basically. So you're gonna have to wall out to here for it, and then this way. So it's a pretty big wall. You can do it and then tower here if you need to, so it still can be done, but it's definitely dangerous. So be careful on these maps. You want a map more like this guy's map. Look at Blue's map, because then you just wall here, here, and here, and you FC, and you have safe wood, safe berries, safe gold. Nothing can be hit by towers or archers or man-at-arms, anything like that in feudal. You can always just run behind your walls, assuming your walls are here, 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 and here. So part of it is picking the map. Pick the map for the, or pick the strat for the map, your opening for the map. Or at least give yourself a fighting chance. So this map would be something probably more... Man, I don't know, this gold is just so bad. What's this in? Huns? Yeah, maybe a scout opening even. Out here. That way, if he does go full aggression in feudal, you could kill him, because scouts can win against full feudal armies. Oh, that's nice. Giving him his sheep back. Like to see that. Fort of wood. This all looks pretty standard here so far, so no complaints on your build yet. Yeah, see how he's already hunkering down? This should really be up here, though, a little bit farther, so an archer can't hit his berries. Professor Spring. Well, I just hope that it actually, what I'm saying is actually matters anymore. I feel like I really like doing the Caster Boy and the critiquing and helping, but when I don't feel like I have a super strong grasp on the meta and winning myself, like if I'm not feeling like I could be 2300, 2400, I get scared about giving people advice. I think that's just my own. I have a thing set in my head what I'm supposed to look like. It's just not working. Oh, we don't have any gold in the back here, so this is gonna be. So this is the big thing, right? Because we need gold to up. If you go for a stone up, then you could do that, but you want to do civs like Spanish or Mayan, something like that, where you could wall it and you could FC off your stone and then drop a castle to retake your gold. That's common, but it's more of those unique unit type civs, like Burmese, shit like that, if you really want to go for it. For Huns, you don't really want to go for the stone uptime. But you can. You stone, you mark it, you buy, and then you drop castle because you're already on stone. That's how that usually goes. Let me see. So, generally, if you're trying to do like a drush into a flush, you're going to be going up with like 23 villagers. Because then you could drop your archery range to defend yourself from their ranges. If they went like 21 pop mad arms into archers, you can still defend that with those extra 2 vills. Once you're getting to like 26 or more vills, you're going FC for sure. But that's just something to mention for if you want to be able to drush in 2 different styles. So this is good for the FC because that's what you're going for, right? So adding those extra vills is a positive note. Keeping him off the racks is so good. This means we know he doesn't have a oh, he can't. Oh, what am I seeing? Wow. Okay. This is sick damage, dude. So we know that the stables or the racks was down late, which means we know the range couldn't possibly be out, which means we know he can't get into our base and do any damage yet. until he makes a building and then sends units across. So we know we have a couple minutes. So this FC is actually, even though it's on a pretty dangerous map to do it on, you may even want to, like, you could grab this ville and make a tower here or here just to defend, because it's so damn dangerous. You've got good scouting intel though, so I mean, if you're confident, you know where his army is, and you know he's on not on an army that's going to really hurt you, then that's fine, but just be super careful about that, because, you know, if the guy made ranges, by now, the archers would be here. If he went mad arm range or scout into range, they'd be here, attacking your gold, and it'd be really difficult. You'd have to panic tower, maybe lose some vills. Right now it's perfect though, you're doing great. So he comes out with the super late stable. You really threw him off with this trash. That's a bit unfortunate. So he's getting to his good wall off now. Scouts for him, but we're walled against melee, so he can't actually harm us. And we can go into ranges and defend with the ranges, no matter what he brings here, until he brings towers or archers that would help him push through. So very good, very good. No complaints. A couple things. Did you do deer? If you really want to sharpen it in Drush FC, I've seen Huns. It used to be Drush FC CA was a meta for a short time in the Huns era, and pushing your deer helps a lot. So if you do want to go like super sharp, like a 16, like your castle by 15 to 16 minutes, then you're gonna need the deer. Otherwise, you're adding those extra farms, which is fine in this game. We still got up in a decent time, but that will help you get up slightly faster. But this is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, especially knowing that he went feudal army. Like you're in a really great spot. Right into crossbow, and then we want to move out pretty much as fast as we can because we want to maximize our tech advantage. I would say the exception would be if we knew he had like a ton of scouts, then maybe we don't, and maybe even add one spear. Be a little bit careful with these early archers, and then out of that you TC. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so TC out of it, start ecoing, and now, even though you're ahead, right now you're the turtle. Because he has to attack you because you're about to take an eco lead and you have a better army. So he has to go army and maybe even 1TC try to kill you. Like this might be a 1TC knights into siege on you because you're so far ahead right now. So in your head you need to know when you're the turtle or when you're the, I don't know, what's the other side? The bull? I don't know, we'll have to find something for the aggressor. But yeah, anyways, so you're on turtle. So you can always run back to your base and hide and eco if needed. Nice, keeping it walled. So we're one production ahead. So every minute we've got 2 more vills than him. So he's in feudal, right? So we know every minute he's in feudal, we've got 2 extra vills on top of him. Now that this is up. So you don't even have to go a 3rd TC if you don't want to. You can go into more army because we know that he might have to go full army, so you could be, you know, adding your stable and your CA now or something like that, or another rack, something to clear his army that's going to come out. If he starts ecoing and we bring in the army out and we notice he's ecoing, then we could maybe push him with siege, add our own TC and hope that we're already ahead. We are ahead in vills. But yeah, so then you fill out if he's turtling or not. And it looks like he's kind of going a mix. He's going a little bit of knights, but he is dropping TCs as well. 3 TCs. So now he's actually giving up his potential comeback here with army because he went so much in eco. But he did it from a player who got up faster, and you know he's ecoing, right? Unless you're a 1 TC all in, you're dropping a TC. So he knows that this isn't really a viable way to win. He needed to do a forward siege workshop and the 2 stable with +2 knight before going into eco, because he knows straight into eco, now he's lost map control and he's behind in eco. It's a loss. But if he somehow manages to get through a wall, make some raiding, hurt you with your mangoes, maybe your army pulls back to your base, and then maybe he can start ecoing behind it off the map control and hug these hills, right? But the way he did it, he's playing right into your hand, and now you're going to be able to keep raiding him while ecoing ahead. Just make sure that if you see them ecoing and that you keep adding your own, right? Don't get too crazy and add too much army like this, because we're already ahead, right? We're already ahead in builds. We don't have to try and end the game. We want to be in a spot that he can't win. It's good if you think that he's going to all-in you, but now that we saw the TC, we kind of know he's ecoing. Next thing will be you're looking for +2. If they have really early +2, you know they're going for some damage. If they're like slow about it, they're lazy on their upgrades. Maybe even seeing this 1 and 1, like you know he's not going to be doing any diving yet, so he's probably ecoing at this point. So this is where we could go for the counter, or if we have the stronger army, we could like drop a castle on his face. We've got 3 TC now. Once you're on your 3rd TC, I love that I'm seeing the stone miners. Your farms are pretty good. So 15 farms for the 3 TCs, and then like 10, 12 more for the 2 stable. So we probably need a little bit more farms, but we're getting close. All right, we're at 21. So pretty good balance. And then the castle, if he pushes you with 1 TC to get his position, you drop your castle to defend yourself. If he's ecoing at this point, like he is now, you drop the castle on his face. And then you get map control with the better eco. I don't think you needed the knights, because why, like, what did you make the knights to fight? We didn't see skirms, we didn't see siege yet. And it's good to think ahead, like, okay, he has to make siege, I'm going to make knights to kill the siege. But we didn't see any of it. So unless we see it, we don't really need to deal with it quite yet. We can go for our bigger CA ball. Because the CA, right, once you're off crossbow, the CA have more than double the HP. So they can take a mango shot. Like, they can go across the map, they have mobility, so they can always run from the knight, right? If he does have a crazy amount. And if he doesn't, we can come in and we can out micro the mangoes by splits, and then we have a lot more HP than crossbows, so it's a lot more dangerous when you're on CA tech. And since you're already on range, that means you're streamlined into it because you have the upgrades for it. So this would have been a spot where maybe 2, 3 range, uni, and then stable. If he ever adds skirms, you can add the stable and just start making knights. That's fine. But if he doesn't, you don't really need it. Unless you want it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going knights. If you have a reason to go knights, like you want the +2 knights to start raiding into his base and whatever, that's great. Okay, he's got no +2, so we know we're going to clear this fight up super easy. Nice job. So we've got full map control, getting more on stone, more farms are coming down, perfect. So it's good that you knew once you added the stables that we needed to add more farms for the stables to be running, right? We didn't just stay on the same farm count. So you paired stables with farms, which is a good pairing. It's the pairing. So castle or forward siege now that we have him in a completely defensive posture. We can start killing TCs with mangoes. Castle comes out now for him, so he's doing the 3 TC into castle drop defense because you have the big army. So now he's even dropping it here, which means you could drop your castle here and hit both his TCs and his gold, right? Because we have army advantage. The other thing about Huns versus like these other games where it was the Mongols dropping forward castles, the Huns don't need their castles, right? They don't need them. They can, even if you're going to go to Tarkin, you can make Tarkin out of your stables. So your castles can be used for position a lot more than like Mongols. Mongols wants it for production later. Mayans want it for production later. Wow, great job. Even without +2, able to take sick damage on this TC. In the forward castle, good shit. Yeah, I think you played this pretty well. My only complaint would be maybe the stable came out too fast. Like 3 range, 1 stable, I would favor that much more. Yeah, you were probably expecting him to counter you, right? But definitely want to see it. Because he dropped TCs, so now we know if he dropped 3 TCs, that he's not really going to be able to do 2 different army types at that moment. GG, well played. Yeah, not too much critique here actually. This is nicely done. Maybe just safety first. This was a very dangerous strat on this map. And the range thing, I liked your boom. Your boom made sense. I liked that you made 1 TC aggression and then you added another one. 4 TC even coming down. I don't know about the 4th TC quite yet. You could cast 4th and 5th. I guess you are going full army, it's fine. If they're more defended and you can't pop them like this, then you have to like go up off 3 TC and then start making your other TCs after you've clicked up. That way you don't eat all your food. Because the 4th and 5th TC will way slow you down to imp. So it's like 3 TC, imp, then you continue the booming. Nice. Quality. Good to see us all winning.